In this video, we'll go game by game, season 1, 2, and 3, and show you exactly how you'd die. The first game seems easy enough until it isn't. You stretch a little, shake out your legs, crack your fingers like you're getting ready to run in a race. It's just a kid's game, you whisper. How bad could it be? The doors swing open. Here's how your red light, green light experience would go. You step into a giant pastel death field, complete with a giant murder doll, armed snipers, and 455 other desperate contestants who look like they haven't slept in 12 years. The rules are simple. Move on green, freeze on red, easy. The doll turns its head. You bolt, full speed, adrenaline pumping. You feel unstoppable, but then
Red light.
you twitch. Not a full step, not even a shuffle, just a tiny, nervous butt clench of a movement. Your left eye blinks funny. Your pinky toe decides to say hi. And the sniper, he sees everything. Crack! You drop like a bag of expired ramen noodles, face first into the dirt, blood pooling under your chin. The guy next to you screams. He moved. Now he's dead too. Domino effect. Panic erupts. People sprint. People scream. Bullets rain down like a Call of Duty match gone wrong. You were the very first pancake. Flipped too early. Burnt on both sides. Game time. Shorter than your last relationship. Final words. I just wanted to scratch my nose, bro. You're sweating more than the sugar. Your needle snaps. Your soul leaves your body. But don't worry. No more carving. The next game, all you need is a little luck and a lot of hope. This is Dalgona, a sugar cookie challenge with a side of panic attack. The guard gestures toward the shapes like it's a cute little arts and crafts day. Triangle, circle, star, umbrella. Everyone with a survival instinct grabs the triangle, but you? Nah, you decide to live dangerously. You pick the umbrella, the diva of death cookies, the Beyonce of bad choices. You sit down, open your tin, and immediately regret all your life decisions. This thing looks like it was drawn by a toddler during an earthquake. 4 minutes left. Your hands are shaking like you just slammed 5 Red Bulls in a bag of gummy worms. You try scraping the edges, snap. Needle gone. You're now armed with vibes and pure desperation. You start licking like your life depends on it, because guess what? It literally does. Your tongue deep in caramelized panic, your cookies melting slower than your will to live. Then, crack. A tiny piece breaks off. You stare at it like maybe, just maybe, they won't notice. From above, the guy stands and you look up.
What are my chairs? Please don't.
Pop. One shot to the head. Your last emotion? Shame. Your last thought? I should have picked the triangle like everyone else. Or at least gone on a diet? Cause of death. Snack anxiety with the side of ego. Well, the next game doesn't require muscles. Just nerves of steel and the right number. Welcome to the tug of war. You get grouped up with 9 strangers and one old man who looks like he wandered in from a retirement cruise. Ilnam's grinning like he just found a 2-for-1 coupon at Denny's. You're sweating so hard you could moisturize a cactus. The guards hand you the rope and your entire strategy is just don't die. You start pulling like your Wi-Fi bill depends on it. You're yelling motivational slogans you half remember from TikTok. Believe in yourself. Failure is not an option. Legs don't quit. Your feet slide. Your lungs scream. The rope cuts into your hands like karma. Then you blink. Just one tiny, sweaty, exhausted blink. Your grip loosens. You slip half an inch. The team jolts. Ilnam's still smiling like he's watching Wheel of Fortune. And then gravity. Your squad plummets in slow-mo. 10 human meatballs yeeted off a skyscraper. You scream the entire way down, hitting every regret on the way. Should have worked out more. Should have worn gloves. Should have faked an injury. Your final thought? Why didn't we try the strategy before the game? Cause of death, team spirit, and 2 left feet. But if you somehow survive, the next game isn't about jumping, dodging, or luck. It's about one thing, and only one can walk away. The game? Hop across a bridge made of tempered and normal glass. Welcome to the glass bridge. There's 16 of you left. 2 rows of glass panels. One path leads to survival. The other? Instant gravity check. Everyone hesitates. Then you step forward like you're auditioning for Mission Impossible. Chest puffed, eyes fierce, voice full of fake confidence. Don't worry, guys. I got this. They believe you. You believe you. Huge mistake. You tap the first glass tile with your foot. It holds. You nod like you're Neo in the Matrix. See? Light work. Then, second step, crash. Turns out you don't weigh 12 pounds and tempered glass doesn't like liars. You fall like a dropped phone, screaming, flipping, emotionally buffering midair. The camera cuts to your wide eyes as you plummet toward the floor like destiny's disappointment. Boom! No bounce, just pavement pancake. Everyone stares down at your shattered dreams and one guy behind you mutters, "Ah, so left is bad." Noted. Cause of death, confidence with no qualifications. You didn't clear the bridge, you cleared the queue. But if you make it through, the next game won't be about trust. It'll be about what you're willing to do to win. The game? Win all your partner's marbles before time runs out. They say pair up with someone you trust. And like the big softy you are, you pick your bestie, your ride or die. The one who helped you up in red light, split bread with you at dinner, and promised you matching tracksuits after this was all over. Right? Wrong. You start the game cracking jokes, making bets like it's poker night. You win, I owe you ramen. You even share a dumb handshake, the kind that says, we got this. A guard steps forward. You will play a game of marbles. The player who has all 20 marbles by the end survives. The loser will be eliminated. Meanwhile, the player is staring at you like a discount Bond villain. You're counting marbles, planning moves, doing probability math like it's game theory class. He's nodding along, smiling, and stealing your last marble right out of your hand while you're explaining odd versus even. Then click. No speech, no drama, no hesitation, just a clean bullet and a betrayal so casual it deserves elevator music. You hit the ground, staring up at the guy you thought was your brother. Final thought, bro, we shared noodles. Should have picked the old man. At least he acted confused, not like he was practicing for Backstabber of the Year. Cause of death, blind loyalty, and friendship trauma. And if you think this game was brutal, just wait till what could have been next. Welcome to the Squid Game. Two players enter a chalk-drawn battlefield where they push and kick their way through a twisted version of a children's game until only one is left standing. You strut onto the field like it's the Olympics and you're the torch. You made it. You survived betrayal, bloodbaths, psychological warfare, and sugar art. You're not just a player anymore. You're Squid Game royalty. And then it hits you. You have no clue how this game works. You glance at the sand diagram like it's a math test in a dream. Okay, wait, does triangle mean defense or offense? Do I hop? Is there a ball? You lean over and whisper, bro, quick question. What is a squid? But your opponent? He's already sprinting at you like he's got beef and pre-workout in his veins. You barely lift your arms. Boom! You're airborne, flying backwards like a malfunctioning NPC in a glitchy video game. You land face first in the mud. Dignity, gone. Spine, questionable. The crowd gasps. One VIP drops his shrimp cocktail, another starts slow clapping your failure. You try to get up, only to be instantly bodied again. This man is fighting like his student loans are on the line. And you just became the first person in Squid Game history to get eliminated without ever making a move. Cause of death, no game knowledge, no footwork, no chance. And if you think the games are deadly, wait till you meet the players. Welcome to the real Squid Game. Team Deathmatch, Sleep Edition trademark. After a few games, tensions are high. The guards turn off the lights in the sleeping quarters, a massive room filled with bunk beds, and leave everyone alone with nothing but their paranoia and rage. Suddenly, a player attacks another. It sparks chaos. Players start turning on each other, forming small alliances. People grab whatever they can find and attack with it, and the room turns into a nighttime war zone. No guards interfere, no rules stop them. The frontman watches everything on cameras, letting the violence play out. You crawl into your bunk like a burrito of denial, hugging your blanket like it's DLC plot armor. The lights go out. You exhale. Finally rest. No games, no yelling, just sweet, silent darkness. Wrong. Out of nowhere, Deoksu roars like someone stole his shampoo. Beds crash. Metal clanks. It sounds like a Home Depot riot. You sit up like, huh? Then you lock eyes with sabotaged anger in his eyes. He grins. You whimper. You dive under your bunk, only to find 3 other people already hiding like it's a budget horror film. There's no space, no hope, just elbows and fear. A foot stomps inches from your face. A man gets tackled off a top bunk. Someone yells, traitor! No one knows at who. And then you sneeze. That one angry player hears it. One stab later, you're out. Not in your sleep, but for trying to sleep. Cause of death, snoring like a traitor and trusting a blanket. But hey, if you made it through that without losing a limb, you're just one step away from the real nightmare. Welcome to the 6-legged pentathlon, played by 5-person teams. Each member's leg is tied to another, total of 6 legs per team. They must complete 5 mini-games within a 5-minute time limit to advance. Dakji, flip a paper tile, flying stone, knock over a stone from a distance. Gongi or Korean jacks, toss and catch multiple pebbles through increasingly difficult levels. Spinning top, wrap and launch a wooden top to spin steadily. Jegi, keep kicking a shuttlecock-like object to prevent it from touching the ground. You show up thinking, finally, something chill. Kids games, colors, no murder. You see the rainbow track, the cute little stations, the traditional Korean games. Then they tie your legs to 4 strangers like you're auditioning for a human centipede. The guards glare. The clock starts ticking. You haven't even met your teammates and now you're soul bonded by rope and anxiety. Game 1. Dakji. Your team's first player steps up, slaps the tile like it owes him money. Boom, it flips. You're pumped. This is it. We're winning. You high-five too early. Bad omen. Game 2. Flying throwing stone. Your guy launches it like a pro. Direct hit. You're feeling unstoppable. 2 games down. Game 3, gongi. And here comes you. Your moment. You sit down, grab the stones, whisper, childhood muscle memory, don't fail me now. First stage, easy. Second stage, sloppy but fine. Stage 3, you toss and you miss. You restart. Again and again. The stones scatter like your hopes. You're sweating. Your team's groaning. The guards glance at their watches. You finally catch all 5. You're crying, but it's fine. You pass the line. Game 4, spinning top. Your next teammate winds it up. Tosses. Thud. No spin. He rewinds, fumbles, drops the string, curses in 3 languages. The top finally spins. You're down to 90 seconds. Game 5, jeggy. Final challenge. Shuttlecock time. Your teammate steps up. 1 kick, 2, 3, 4. He lifts his foot for the 5th. Misses. You collectively scream. The team resets. Your legs trip over each other like a 5-person noodle monster. 50 seconds! A guard yells. Panic. Second try. 1, 2, 3. Miss. You all yell again while hopping like a cursed dance crew. Time's draining like your will to live. Final try. But the buzzer goes off like a death alarm and you freeze. Guards raise their rifles. You make eye contact with the guy from Gongi who never forgave you. He whispers, "This is your fault." Bang! Lights out. You didn't die because you couldn't play. You died because team building exercises are a scam. And just when you think the worst is over, the next game doesn't care how social you are, only how lucky. It's the mingle. You step onto the massive rotating carousel platform with 255 players. It looks like a child's fair ride gone psychotic. Horse sculptures, neon-colored doors lining the walls, and guards in pink standing silent like sentinels. The childhood nursery rhyme Round and Round blares on loop for extra psychological torture. Round 1. The music stops. A voice yells, "Number 10!" Chaos explodes. People sprint. Alliances shatter. You run left thinking, cool strategic corner, but the door nearest you only fits 9. You're 1 person too short. They slam the door shut without hesitation. It locks with you still outside. No second chances. Bang! You've just died before even entering. Round 2. Not really, because you died, but this is in your survivor fantasy. Okay, you miraculously survived round 1 and are now on your second chance. This time when number 4 is called, you scramble. Forge an alliance. You dart into a door with exactly 4 people. The door shuts. For a moment, you breathe. But inside the room, someone miscounts. Someone panics. The door doesn't register properly. Now you're 5, not 4. The camera records the mismatch. The door opens. Guards enter. Bang. Game over. Group fails. Cause of death. Counting error at 0.2 seconds. Round 3. Okay, fate gives you another chance, and you're in the final. You're on the rotating platform. Music burns your ears. You're scanning room doors, running mental math. Round 1, you miss by 1. Round 2, too many bodies count wrong. Round 3, the number is small. Number 3, you and 2 others sprint to a door thinking you've nailed it, but someone behind you yanks the 3rd into a different room at the last second. Oops, now you're 1 short. No time to fix it. Lights flash, doors lock, you're still out. You scream, "Wait, I was right there." But the guard doesn't care. Bang, you slump. The music restarts. Another round begins without you. Cause of death. You didn't die from betrayal, a knife, or a toy. You died because you messed up your count, froze for a second, and couldn't keep up with the spinning carousel. It was basic math, too much panic, and standing next to the wrong person at the wrong time. And if you thought hiding was hard, the next one doesn't let you hide at all. You're herded into a massive star-ceiling maze painted with nostalgic kid drawings. A giant gumball machine divides everyone into red team, seekers, and blue team, hiders. You end up with a blue ball, so you're hiding. You receive your key, colored and sparkly like a magical girl wand, because style points matter, even in a death game. Welcome to the hide-and-seek Bloodbath edition. Players on the blue team must either find the exit and escape within 30 minutes, or stay hidden to survive. Players on the red team must eliminate at least 1 blue team member. Failure to do so will result in immediate elimination. You're given exactly 2 minutes to explore and hide. Blue players can open doors but can't relock them. Every choice is permanent. Your genius plan. Let's go deep. You immediately bolt down the left corridor like you've played this map before. You haven't. You try every door. Nope. 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 Finally, you find a room by the stairs. You shuffle inside. Small, empty. You think minimalist, trendy. I can make this work. You close the door behind you. You're in. You're safe. Nope. Footsteps echo almost immediately. The game just started, bro. You hear a red team seeker humming some off-key lullaby. You're trying to calm your breathing, but your lungs have other plans. They're throwing a rave. You peek through the crack in the door. Too late. Your door creaks open. You try to play statue. He pauses. He looks around. You're standing in the corner like a Sims character who lost all pathfinding logic. Then he raises an eyebrow. You panic. You scream. You try to run past him like you're Neo in the Matrix, but he just steps to the side and lightly trips you like a bored mall cop. You face plant into the wall. The key skids across the floor like it's betraying you too. Then slice. The knife isn't flashy. It's quiet, but it's enough. You crumple in the glittery corner of your sad, empty hiding spot. Over the intercom, a voice says, "Player 204 has been eliminated." A VIP watching sips their wine and mutters, "Well, that was pathetic." Cause of death. You picked the most obvious room you found. You basically just locked yourself in a gift box labeled "free kill." But you survived. Barely. Now your legs hurt, your soul hurts. And guess what? The next game is all about strength in life. You walk into the arena, heart pounding, shoes tied way too tight like that'll save you. At the center, a giant square platform suspended dozens of feet in the air, surrounded by nothing but wind and regret. And waiting for you on each side, two giant dolls. Not the cute kind, not the red light, green light kind. These are dead-eyed twin nightmares holding opposite ends of a massive steel jump rope. And they're already swinging it with zero patience and zero chill. A narrow bridge hovers above a deep abyss, decorated with train track motifs. Cross the bridge in the under 20 minutes. But watch the jumping rope. You gulp, because this isn't your schoolyard jump rope. This thing could decapitate a cow. The rules are simple. Cross the rope while it swings and jump onto the next tile. Keep going until you reach the end. You watch the first person go. They hesitate. Try to time it. Whack. Their body does a cartwheel off the edge like a rag doll tossed by a god. Your turn. You step onto the platform. The dolls cock their heads. Creepy little robots with the enthusiasm of gym teachers on Red Bull. You count the rhythm. 1, 2, jump. You leap. And somehow, miracle of miracles, you land. You scream internally. You're a beast. You are him. You go again. Second jump. Made it. Third, your foot slips. You stagger, wobble, windmill your arms like a cartoon character. You're inches from the edge. And then the rope comes back around. Crack. Your leg is swept. You spin into the air like a confused tortilla chip. You fall 30 feet straight down, past screaming players and laughing VIPs. Someone says, "He almost made it." You think, "I died," playing jump rope, like a 5-year-old. You splatter on the floor, but the buzzer sounds. Game over, cause of death, overconfidence, slippery souls. And forgetting this wasn't PE class, it was Squid Game, Blood Edition. You made it this far. You survived the marbles, the bridge, the ropes, the massacre. Now there's nowhere left to hide. Just one game left, one name, one sky-high battleground. Sky Squid, a rooftop version of the classic Korean Squid Game, but now it's suspended above death with only a few players walking away alive. It's all about who remains on the platform and who gets shoved off. You step onto the first platform like you're auditioning for Ninja Warrior, Existential Dread Edition. It's high, it's windy, it creaks when you breathe. There's a baby strapped to someone's chest, a timer, and a bunch of terrified contestants acting like it's a trust fall exercise. It's not. Button gets pressed. 15 minutes to knock someone off or everyone dies. First round, you immediately do the Olympic speed walk toward the edge, not to push anyone, but to make yourself look busy. A player at the back presses the button, and in the next moment, someone shoves someone else. Like, gently, they fall. You flinch. Bridge opens. Round cleared. You pretend to have helped. You did not. Second round, it's smaller, it's shakier. You're now elbow to elbow with strangers who definitely look pushier than before. It's the next round, and someone presses the button. Just then, you whisper to your neighbor, "Let's form an alliance." They stare. You stare. Someone moves. Someone screams. You scream louder. Another contestant flies off the edge like a paper plane with feelings. Bridge opens. You survive. Again, somehow. The last round. The platform is tiny. Everyone's shaking. One player has a baby strapped to their chest like it's part of the game. It's the final round. And while you are fighting for your life, someone presses the button again. A timer starts ticking. You all know the rule. The bridge won't open until someone falls. You try to act helpful. "Let's work as a team," you say. No one's listening. Then it happens. Someone turns to you with soft eyes. They whisper, "I'm sorry. The baby has to live." You smile nervously. Wait, what? Before you can run, push, or beg, shove. You're flying, screaming, regretting every decision. You lock eyes with the baby on the way down. It just blinks, like it knows what you gave up. The end. You land with a splat. The bridge opens. Everyone cheers. The baby is safe. Someone looks down and says, thanks. You didn't offer. You weren't brave. You just got picked. Cause of death, not bad aim, not clumsiness, just unlucky. You died the way you lived. Quiet until someone needed a quick solution. And there you have it. You didn't win the money. You didn't make it to the end. You didn't even finish the first snack without panicking. You got outsmarted, outplayed, outpushed, and outscreamed. All for a chance at 45.6 billion won and a 99% chance of dying like a panicked chicken nugget. But hey, at least your death was memorable. Kinda. If this is how you would have died in Squid Game, don't worry. Your suffering doesn't end here. Up next, every funny moment in Squid Game Season 3. Cause hey, if you're gonna cry, you might as well laugh too.